Good evening, Doc here for the ReadySetCrypto OMNIA trade of the day for Monday, the 7th of June. Here is the setup right now. If I had to give this a short-term prognostication, what I would say is right now, definitely everything still is pointing to the downside. This looks like a consolidation or a little bit of a bear flag in the middle of a impulse move down. So we might expect at some point here, maybe real soon, to see the price kind of moving down here. Now, this is the concern here, is that there's basically no support down here as soon as we undercut 30,000. What I would love to see is I would love to see the price break down below here and do a slight undercut below 30,000, and then see some form of institutional support pick it up and say, thank you very much for pushing the price down here. This is going to be the point of maximum adversity right in this area, because this is where shorts are going to pick up and become weekend shorts, right? So they're going to say, hey, as soon as the price starts to trade below 30,000, I'm going to feel confident to go short on this. And so it's going to create a massive amount of short weak hands at that point. And this is where institutions could step in and squeeze it to the upside. Could happen. I've seen these undercut double bottoms happen so many times. However, there's a huge amount of risk to this price here just completely cratering from 30,000 to 20,000 in a real hurry. Now, before I look at something else here, I want to look at Ethereum just for a minute. And this one obviously looks better. It's not great, but it does look a lot better today than Bitcoin versus the US dollar. So this is a much more bullish pattern. In fact, it's an ascending triangle pattern. I would expect to see the price break out above 2,900, but it's got to do so on really good volume for this to matter. Now, if you're wondering how to jump on board that shot from 30,000 to 20,000, if that does occur, the best way that I know of is to go to the triple fractal. And in this case, we've got a 5-hour chart, we've got a 1-hour chart, and then a 12-minute chart. And these are all broken up by a factor of 5 from each other. So basically what we want to do is we want to trade in the direction of the anchor chart swing. These are Heikin-Ashi candles. So these would be going red. We would be looking for energy on the 5X chart, the one in the middle here, the 1-hour chart. And we're going to look for energy peaks before we take any kind of signal entry. And that signal entry is going to happen to the downside with the 12-minute chart. Now you can certainly change these around. So you could start with a 1-hour chart, and the 1-hour chart can go to the 12-minute, and then something divided by 5 would be your signal chart. Maybe a 2-minute chart for that example. It's going to be very noisy. So I do prefer the 5-hour, 1-hour, and 12-minute for crypto. It seems to clean things up a little bit. But here's an example of like a short entry would be where you'd see the RSI Laguerre tip up over the 80 level and then hook back down. So I want to see a good pullback like in this area and then enter as the price hooks down from here. So all of that is listed in the futures class that we have online in our platform. Let's hope it doesn't come to this. I don't want to be looking at just trading to the downside again as the only form of trading for crypto. But again, this is what has to happen with the market. You've got to convince everybody that there's no hope. And that is the point. That's the exact point where the bottom will show up. And we've seen this time after time. That's it for today's report. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.